Hello, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. It's been uh, probably a week since I've done a video. I think the last video we was talking about the overhauling that baler. Well, we're not buying a new one. Well, we bought a big new Yaller New Holland with all the computer sensors, and I've had they cut some hay and tried the new baler out while we had the weather. We like about 20 acres. Getting our first cutting all up, and this new weather front coming through, we'll get the rest of it, and it'll be time to start on the second cutting. But you know what? I have this week. I have been dealing with the government on the phone, computer. You can't get in the office see nobody no more. There's no appointment to be made. It's either done on your cell phone or computer. And if you're not smart with this technology, people, let me tell you, you make a mistake, it takes you one little mistake on a computer takes you days and days to get straightened out, and I'm not for sure if it's still straightened out. So, and, with the technology, with the sensors, on on tractors, I never was interested in all this computer stuff. My days was in a tractor out in the field, and now you've got to have a scan tool for a tractor. You got sensors all over tractors. Now they got sensors all over these new balers. A few years of operation, and you know what you're asking for. You're asking for a lot of trouble, a lot of money. I mean, it just you don't need a sensor on the baler to bale hay. I mean, you really don't. And you got a computer screen now in the tractor controls all your baler. I mean, it, it's ridiculous. With all the flock cameras, the data centers, and now they're putting sensors in vehicles are coming out to say if it thinks you're too tired, if you worked a 12-hour or a 14-hour shift, if you step in your vehicle to come home and it says no, you can't drive, you're too tired, or you're going down the road and you sneeze, it's well, you shut your vehicle off because it says there's something wrong with you. I mean, this is ridiculous, people. I don't know if any of you watched President Trump's address to the nation last night. I know it's NBC, ABC didn't carry it. When the President of the United States addresses the nation, all networks used to carry it, no matter if they liked it or not. Trump derangement syndrome is real in this country, people. It is absolutely real, and it's just ignorant and stupid. These people ain't got a bit more common sense and morals. If it was raining, they'd look up and drink. They ain't got enough common sense to get in out of the rain. And a lot of them are trying to run our country. You got corrupt judges, corrupt politicians. I was on both sides. Corrupt as the day is long. Corrupt judges. Now we got corrupt elections. I've been talking for a long time about the mail-in votes, how crooked and how you don't know. I mean, they nullify your vote. You go vote, trying to be upstanding, trying to do your duty to take a stand in this country, make a change, and what do? They nullify it with an illegal alien or somebody's waiting in one county to see how many votes they need to drop mail-in ballots on the last minute. It seems like nobody cares. It gets harder and harder to get on here and try to preach what I believe that we're losing in this country, the freedoms that we're losing. We're losing. They claim that they take part of your freedom, part of your constitutional right, as they use it as safety. When you hear some government officials say it's for the safety, it's for your safety, beware, beware. I mean, there's really no common sense. These young people, you know, it's just unreal. They're on their devices. They ain't out in the fields. They ain't out playing in the yard. The parents, it's babysitters. Parents have got the internet now. It used to be TV, a video game. Now it's just internet. The kids are on their phones or iPads or whatever. You see them in stores. They're walking around with their head down and a 5-year old with an iPad, or they've got them in a buggy, 2-year old with one of them right in there. I probably freeze up. Everybody and his brother's on the internet tonight, I think, and I'm having to do this on the laptop. I let my uh, battery die on my phone today. I forgot to put it on charge. Uh, hopefully I've got this government stuff worked out and done, and done what I'm supposed to do, need to do. But who knows? I just couldn't believe it that they make it so hard when it used to be so easy. Just walk into the office, sign your papers, reach them over, looked at, verified. He's out the door in 15, 20 minutes. I spent all week on either a computer or my phone trying to keep signal. And let me tell you something, people, if you don't get the extension of the person you're talking to when they first answer the phone, if you don't, it takes you 3 days to get back to the ones you was talking to. Technology is supposed to make it better, not worse. But you know what it is? For us elderly people, they want to make it worse. They want you to quit, or you'll just give up and quit. But they give it to illegal alien though. What bothers me, how illegal alien come in this country under China Joe Biden and handed a Social Security card, a Social Security check, and never worked a day in his life in America, and get full benefits, the highest they are. That's something else that I want to address, people. I debated on where to bring this up, but I think I'm going to because I think it's important. I don't know how many of you have seen this. Uh, I'm not going to mention your name. This YouTuber that supposedly elderly feller that talks about living alone, Social Security, living on Social Security or disability or whatever. I've watched him a couple of times, but something just sort of off with him, and I didn't really bother with him anymore until I seen this week where it's come out that he was a convicted. He's a convicted sex offender. Spent a lot of time in prison. He's lied about his wife being dead. Uh, People have sent him money for his dogs and to help him, and he turned out to be nothing but a con artist. He's a registered sex offender. I think he raped a 13, 14-year-old child and got her pregnant. Be wary, people, especially you seniors on here, who these people pull on your heartstrings to send stuff for their dogs and cats and their animals. Uh, be very, very, very careful. Because this man was a con artist, and if anybody asks you to send them a cup of coffee, I can't tell you what to do with your money, but people, especially you seniors on fixed income, don't fall prey to these people. They pull on your heartstrings. There's nothing wrong with donating, like when the hurricane hit and you had the big channels like Patera and the Pinball Preparedness, where you know exactly, and they showed where the money was going. And the Deep River Farms, people like that who actually um, done the work, showed their progress, showed their donations, showed who it was going to, showed the people helping. Uh, People like that, yeah. But these people will sit behind a computer screen and ask you to help feed their animals, You know, buy them a cup of coffee. You know, don't do it. Don't waste your money. Uh, don't fall prey to that. This guy was a con artist. And you know, I checked his channel. He went from like 171,000. He's down to 169,000. The last I looked, I would have thought that people would have seen what he done, and seen what he's doing, and not watch him because he's not being truthful. But you know, that's our morals in this country. I mean, I know he served his time, but he's still a registered sex offender. He's still on. His face is still on the screen. He's still spouting his lies. He's being a con artist. So do what you want. I mean, I just put the information out there. I'm not going to mention his channel name. I ain't going to give him the benefit of that. But people, we're going to have to get back to God in this country. We're going to have to pray that God shed His grace on this country once again, and our nation get back to God and godly ways, and our children are taught morals, common sense more than anything. We need common sense back in this country. People are just, I mean, they're just plain ignorant. I don't understand it. You know, if they fall prey to the the government we're here to help you routine. It's for your safety. Our regulations, our taxes is for your safety. Uh, it's baloney. It's about power and control. And if you ain't careful, you're gonna wake up in one of those 15-minute cities. They want to do away with rural lifestyle. They want to take our family farms and ranches away. And you better you better think and pray and hope that God puts common sense back in people's minds. That He opens their eyes to see what's taking place, or we're going to lose our country. Plain and simple. I hope people watch this video. I do the best I can. I believe in what I'm saying. I hope it comes out in my videos. I really try to wake people up, get them out to stand up for our country. Uh, I just talk old mountain talk, but it is what it is. Until I see you next time, good Lord's willing, God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.